Hey, and welcome back to my channel. We're in a new spot. We're in my living room, and as you can see, it's extremely dim, like very dim. There's actually only one window in here, technically. My child jumping right here. And this is I don't know what it is. So west is this way, south. So this is a northwest facing window, and that does not get great light at all. I mean, it's one small window, and while it is like an 8-foot window, you can see it's top to bottom, just not a lot of light comes through. And so you can see I have some plants that are right here that get the light. You can see that I have a few plants here that get light, but I can't have any more plants than that in this room because otherwise you're not getting anything. Like, I mean, this is it. This is the dim situation that we're working with. Back to my bedroom. The front door gets a good amount of light, and there is a back door that gets a decent amount of light. But again, it's not like, this is natural light. It's pretty dim and low and not great for plants at all whatsoever. And so I've had a really hard time figuring out where to place all of my plants, especially my larger plants. Like my philodendron mayoi, which is what we're going to talk about today, I've been trying to find a solution to give more light in this room. And while I can think of many things like, grow lights, whatever, I don't love the look of grow lights. And so I've been trying to find a solution that fits my style and can go really with my home decor and not just be a hanging grow light from your ceiling. And I think I figured out a way to make that happen. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be doing like a little plant DIY to try to give your plants some more light. And so one of the plants again that I'm concerned about is this philodendron mayoi that you can see here in this corner, and it's dark. You can see that's light. This is no light. And so it has started to suffer, and you can tell, I'll do a close-up. You can tell because it's yellowing. Hold on. You can see here, look at all those yellow leaves. It's not doing well. And so this is a big plant of mine, and I want it to do well next to the trampoline. But again, I just don't have the space for it. So we're going to add a grow light to this area, hopefully through a solution that I have found. And again, this video is going to be pretty dark and dim. I guess I can turn on my lights so that it's not so grainy, but this is what we're dealing with. I don't like overhead lights. They're not my favorite, but yeah, we need to add a light here. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, again, I have a lot of grow lights. So I have Sansi 35-watt bulb lights that I have hung from my ceiling in my rental home. And I have Barina grow lights, the bar lights. I have Sansi clip-on lights. So I have a lot of different varieties of lighting for my plants. And I will link them all below that I have. But none of them are like pretty to me. Now, Russo lighting, Soltech lighting, Mother lights, they all have beautiful lights and some really like nice adjustable ones, but they can be really expensive. And again, it's not really my style. I am not 100% on board with hanging a light and just like having a pendant light. That's not really my vibe. And so I do like my plants and lighting to go along with my decor. I don't want them to just stick out like a sore thumb or be, like just so blatantly obvious that that's a grow light, like that's Minecraft. But I have been thinking about lighting situations, and I think it would be awesome if like those light companies came out with some maybe different lights. Soltech, I will say, just came out with a light that is my vibe, and I would totally buy it, but it is pricey. And I just can't justify it. And there's no real way to hang it, if that makes sense. It's the bar light. Maybe I'll put a photo of it here. It's really pretty. And I could totally see those like in some cabinetry and, nicely hidden. But I can do that with my Barina grow lights. But I wanted something that could light this plant up, give it some light, and be pretty. And so I'm a fan of picture lights. And I do have a picture light in my dining area, and I've had it for years, the same picture light. And I think that that is a great lighting situation. Or just, it's a pretty light and it's usable. We got a lot of things going on here. So, but I think that they're pretty, they're, you know, functional, beautiful, and they're my style. So I was like, I wish that somebody would make a grow light that was like a picture light like that, like that's pretty functional, etc. And so I thought about taking a picture light, like buying one off of Amazon. I'll link some below, and like cutting into them and putting a, you know, a light in them, like a grow light. But that's expensive. Some of them are costly. You can find some for pretty cheap, like $13, but they're not going to be long enough. So the ones that you need that are long enough that would fit, like my Barina grow lights that I just purchased off of Amazon and put under my shelving units and stuff. You know, they wouldn't fit in there. But I was at a vintage store today and I found a 50% off section, and guess what they had? An antique picture light. And so I think I'm going to take this cord out, because these are, again, are antique bulbs. I am sure I could find these somewhere, and that is fantastic. But I'm going to put a Barina grow light in here. So I think this is the perfect length for a Barina grow light to fit in here. And so I'm just going to cut this cord, place the Barina grow light cord in it, and hang it above my plant, and maybe even put a picture there. That way it, you know, gives it some sort of not totally grow light. I mean, this is art, can be art if you want it to be. But I think like really style it in and make it part of the decor. And so I got this for $6.50. I'm really excited about that. It does have an adjustable hood. So if you untighten it on the sides, it can, you know, fold in and out, and you can have a different like angle for your light. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. It has the hardware already here. The 2 screws probably aren't going to hold this, seeming they, 1, don't even match, 2, they're incredibly small. So I will have to grab some screws. This is, again, adjustable on here. So like you can angle it up and do different things with it. And so I think that that's awesome. And again, for $6.50, I can't find this on Amazon. And so this is going to be what we are doing today. So in the process of recording that last bit, I killed my mic. Literally just dropped it and it's gone. So look how cute this is. Oh, that is so cute. So yes, I killed that, so I'll have to just speak loudly, I guess, which is hard to do when you have children in the background. So again, this picture light was $6.50, $6.50, and I'm going to put my Barina grow lights in them. So this is what I use for all of my lighting in here, which is here, and my greenhouse cabinet over there. I wish these were higher wattage. These are only 5 watts each. And while for the smaller plants it does great, for this large plant that's not going to be really anything, but I can upgrade these. They have different wattages and larger wattages of light, and so I think eventually I will purchase a larger watt. But for today's video, and just to see if this would work, I'm sure it's going to work. This is perfect. I'm going to see if I can fit 2 of them in here, because it is a larger light and a larger space, so we'll see if I can do that. Now, the one thing I love about the Barina grow lights is they're cost effective, and they come with a ton of ways to mount them. For instance, I used these double-sided sticky tapes. You can use these different like metal mounts or like clip mounts. They have hooks like that you can do. You can have so many. There's so many things that you can use in here, and you can just string them all together. So that's what I have. Oh yeah, zip ties. They have zip ties for you. So that's what I did in my greenhouse. I zip tied them around. So really great options, like for whatever your space needs. And so you can also then connect them. So I can connect them with this cord and just like this. It's got like Mickey ears, and you just plug them in together, and they're all on one. The other great thing that I love about the Barina lights is that there is a default, like, or a straight up on and off switch, versus my Sansi lights, like the clip lights, they're you have to power them manually. Like there's no just automatic, like they're on. So I have these set up on a Govee smart plug, and I have to every day, unfortunately, come in and turn my Sansi ones on, versus my Barinas, they can just always be on. And so that is also a nice thing. But I'm going to be using the double-sided sticky tape for this. No, I can't save these lights because I'm cutting them off. So like, it's old school. I mean, look at this plug. It's 2-pronged. I am sure it works. Let's see if it works actually. And pray I don't get electrocuted. Here's the light. Oh, it works. How precious and beautiful. But we're not going to use it. It does work. I'm just not going to use it. I am, again, sure I could find these old school bulbs, but I am going to try to like take it apart, if that makes sense. So I actually might be able to save the pieces of it. That way if I come back and ever do want to like just keep this as a light, I think I can, because all of this comes apart, and so you can take it off. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. But they did duct tape it. There's like cords here that they duct taped and spray painted, which is awesome. Got them all taped together there. Okay. That's on there. So we're just gonna keep that. All right, so now I gotta get this duct tape off. Terrible. Let's see if we can get this apart, because again, these are two separate lights, corded in, you know, woven into one. Because of my other picture light, I can, like, it pops apart and you can take it all apart. And I assume that this light maybe is the same way. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel as though it should be able to pop off and come apart. This is probably not something I should be doing today, but here we are. And the place did have 2 other picture lights like this, but they were smaller. So like the one, did I show a photo of my picture light? I don't think I did. I have a small picture light that's probably like half the size, like about this size. What in the world? Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to get all of this off like I thought, like out. Like I could, but I couldn't. Okay, so
Mom,
I am gonna have to cut the light. Hold on. We got a dog freaking out in the background. Indy! These 2 will fit in here, by the way, which is great. They'll fit actually perfectly in there. But I need to get the I need to figure out the cord, like what to do with the cords, because I don't really want to cut this. You can cut through it, drill through it, and I could, you know, stick this up, the light switch. I was really just hoping I could get one of these off, that way I could do that without, again, causing a problem. So let me try and see what I can do. I'm sorry. I loved it. I thought the light was great. Cut the cord. I did it. All right. It's unscrewing. Perfect. Okay. I've salvaged it because the cord wouldn't have come through. But this comes out fantastic. Okay. Now this still is too big though. Do 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 do. This is all right. Well, pause on that one. I'm gonna get this side off though. These 2, just like this. Once I figure that out, how to put the cord, get the cord in, will fit like that. Look at that. That will be so good. I just need to figure out how to get the cord, power cord, through this now. I guess it could just, I don't know. I didn't like that, but I don't like it to like hang out from the inside, right? We don't like that. Because like, I mean, I guess it's fine like that, right? Are we cool with that?
Mom.
What?
There's those.
Like that? Like, is that fine? Because then I could technically take this back. Actually, that will be fantastic. Oh, we're golden. And I might spray paint this gold, but maybe not. But that's what typically, like what the light does anyways. Like it came from right here and sat there. I think that that's gonna work brilliantly, okay? So now we just need to actually put the sticky tape stuff on it so that it stays in there. Now they do have technically 2 pieces of tape already on there, and it's pretty wedged in there. I don't think it's gonna come out, but just to be on the safe side, let's do that. Okay, there we go. All done with that one. So there is the arm back on it now. And I think that will be great. I will need a different, like a longer cord because this one is not long enough. But I think that that's going to be awesome. Like this is my little light. I forgot I need to add on the hardware back. Whoops. Now we have a Barina little picture grow light. And look how pretty it is. So we'll go hang this and style it and see how it looks. So technically I could put this plant anywhere if I'm going to hang a light, but I do think I would like it here. That way I can keep the plant where it's at and it can cover this old school air vent that we've got going here. The only problem is the plug-in or outlet is all the way over here. So I will have to run it and it will have to be there, but I think I would prefer it just here, being hung down and giving light to the plant. Okay, moment of truth with a child crying in the background, if you can hear that, because he wants a Lego piece. This. Ooh, wow, that is bright. Okay, well, it works. So, I'm gonna leave it like that on the trampoline and everything. I think that looks fantastic. Okay, but in reality, it will go here. However, the cord is not long enough. There to there. So, I need to find an extension cord, and I definitely need to have a photo like hung there because I'm not just gonna have a cord hanging down the center like that. But I think that it looks great, it works great, it functions. So pause for finding the other pieces I need now. And we officially have it hung. I have an extension cord. It needs to be managed a little bit better, but I'm still looking for a photo that I can hang in front of this. Otherwise, I think that it looks great and it works really well. It's actually far brighter than I was anticipating, but I think that this is going to help this plant grow. And I even put my little side table in front of my vent, and I can add a plant now to that area. So now another plant is getting light that it needs. So if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, follow along, and see how this progresses, because again, this definitely needs to be styled a little bit better than it is now. However, I am really pleased with my $6.50 grow light.